Oh. Yo. Do I look 5'1", bitch?
You are 5'1".
Do I look 5'1", bitch?
5'1".
Do I look 5'1",
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got myself in this situation.
You deserve a rest, Vizzy. I'll explain what's going on. 6 months ago, my ex-fiancé cheated on me with infamously short-tempered internet streamer Ethan Ralph, and then admitted it while he was over at my house to explain that his then 18-year-old girlfriend no longer spent her nights drinking with him because she had become pregnant. The next morning, my ex-fiancé and her father came to the house to collect as much of her stuff as could fit in their car, and her dad stole my Nintendo Switch. 6 months later, as my housemates, seen here kicking the shit out of a dwarf planet called Ethan Ralph, and I were preparing to move, we asked her to come get the rest of her stuff. When she came into town for a court date, though, she demanded that my boyfriend Bird, housemate Riley, and I vacate the house while she and Ralph were gathering her things. For some reason, they thought Mint would be okay with them being there, even though she can't stand either of them. Here is the conversation that my ex-fiancé and I had after I told her that this was unacceptable.
Hello?
Hi, can you clarify your intentions exactly, please? With
I will
regards...
be coming through this weekend. I have not picked a time yet. I have a very busy schedule.
Okay.
I will be coming through this weekend. It is a 2-hour drive. I can't come today because Ethan has to go to the hospital to see his mom.
I
And we have a
understand.
time crunch. And can't come today because, for whatever reason, he bitched out.
Bitched out on what exactly?
I was coming.
Alright, so do you want us to set your stuff aside for
No,
you?
do not touch any of my things.
Okay, well,
And
because
I
we're...
know that you and Bird are using my cooking utensils. I will just go through and take my stuff. Don't touch my stuff.
Okay, you're not going to be here alone if you do that. I hope you realize. We do not trust you to be in this house. That's
I
why...
didn't say anything about you not being there. I said you should not be there when Ralph's there.
You said that you wanted only to be there.
I don't want you or Bird to be there.
Okay, but I don't trust Ralph to be in my house.
Ralph is not going to be there. I'm coming by myself.
Okay, okay. So you're going to come down...
I'm coming by myself with the police. Because
Okay.
you have a gun. And you're mentally ill. So I'm coming with police escort.
Are you calling me mentally ill? Goodbye.
And you're
For the record, I am not mentally ill, and I sold the gun that she demanded I buy at the start of lockdown, never even having loaded it once. I also went to the police and confirmed that there is no such thing as a police escort to your ex's house to get your stuff. We looked into the protocol for this situation and were told to leave her things in the yard, so that's exactly what we did. I sent her a picture of the things in the yard and then blocked her number, so her boyfriend decided to message me instead. I'll be down there with May by 10 tonight, period. If her stuff is gone, ... I'd advise against letting that happen, comma. Let's put it that way, period. And we will be getting the rest of it, comma, too, period. One way or the other, period. This is my personal guarantee to you motherfuckers. No punctuation. When I blocked his number, he decided to involve the completely as of yet unrelated third party of ASE Riley, aka the Vizier of Yig. He immediately forfeited any potential goodwill or bargaining power in this series of Twitter DMs. Send me your phone number. I'll be at that house by 10 p.m. EST tonight. And if any of May's stuff is gone out of they front yard, ... well, I'd advise that not to be the case. I'm not fucking around, period. I'm gonna be there, period. Whenever you see this, comma, call, period, but I'm coming regardless, period. I don't care about any of this, and no one here has any legal obligation to protect garbage that was left here 6 months ago. Grow the fuck up, retard. Suck my dick, bitch. I'll be coming through, and you can say it to my face if you're man enough. I will 100% be at they house tonight, period. It can go well or not, period. Up to you fucking clowns, period. But you motherfuckers now have my full attention, period. That house, asterisk. Lamau. At some point, he remembered that he had Riley's phone number and reposted to him the messages he'd sent to me. For some reason? Hours later, I received a call from a frazzled police officer warning me that she'd gotten a manic report from a woman who never gave her name and thought that a call from the police might ensure that the things she didn't notice in the picture I sent were left in the yard.
She tried to explain what all was going on, but it's, ultimately it's civil, so the best thing to do is just try to mediate and things move on or whatever. But no, the purpose of my call is that she said that when she looked at the picture, there's some things that aren't out there,
Okay.
She's hoping that a phone call from the police would resolve.
Okay.
I'm telling you, it's civil. You do what you want. She pots and pans, like cast iron, wok, a Dutch oven, and the only other thing she mentioned was econ collection. Think about anime books or animation cells. That's all she said. So
the things that she's talking about actually are there. She just couldn't see them in the picture, but that's neither here nor there. I understand everything that she's talking about, and she'll be satisfied. Thank you.
all right. Yeah. Thanks. I appreciate your cooperation.
Yeah, no problem. Bye.
Okay.
Alas, the fat gunt that couldn't skipped out on his appointed 10 p.m. arrival, missing our entire 4-hour live stream and turning up around 2 in the morning. To be sure that these psychopaths didn't damage our property, Riley and our house guest and god-tier hip-hop producer Cranberry Dave started filming them on a GoPro and a cell phone. I will now be analyzing the footage of this encounter in extensive depth. As soon as the dribbling, drunken dipshit sees the door open, he immediately forgets about gathering his girlfriend's garbage and starts gunting at the camera.
Yeah, come on. Come on out here, baby.
Next, he begins tossing transphobic slurs to try and bait me into being involved, but I am on the other end of the house at this point.
Yeah, I tell you that stuff out here too.
His embarrassing lackey tries to mock our stream numbers.
You guys had 70 viewers on your stream.
Yeah, we made $900 tonight.
Seeming to think that making $900 in a single stream on the main channel is unimpressive, but also that the assortment of 4 articles of old clothes that no one wears anymore, which we raffled off that night, are priceless merch.
On the main Digibro channel.
Yep.
Selling off priceless merch.
Indicating she hasn't finished humping Digibro's corpse. Ralph then starts discussing his private business matters involving Dick Masterson, knowing full well that he's being filmed.
Why don't you ask your boss about the deal? Why don't you ask him about the deal I just made him? Don't worry about it.
Okay. Dork.
You don't think that's true?
You're just a dork.
He equates our moving into a Winnebago next month as being homeless.
You're about to be homeless.
Okay.
Calling us dorks.
Yeah, dork.
You're literally gonna be homeless, fucking go around the country like a fucking pauper fat.
Riley responds by calling him a dork a few times, and then both of the insane people outside start demanding that he come deride them at a closer distance.
You're such a dork.
Come out here, bitch.
Cry
I'm
more.
such a dork. Come tell me I'm a dork.
Come out here.
Bitch.
Ooh, I'm gonna taunt you.
Dork. I mean, you won't step foot on this concrete.
I'm just filming you so you don't hurt something.
Step foot right here.
I won't.
On this public concrete. No, you won't.
Correct.
Riley flatly refuses and reminds Ralph that were they to come to blows, it would likely end poorly for the borderline legal midget in the yard.
Okay, you're 5'2".
Bitch, I ain't 5'2". Come tell me I'm 5'2".
You're literally 5'2".
You know I ain't 5'2".
Okay.
Come on. He's 5'2".
He's 5'2", look.
At some point, Cranberry Dave comes to confirm the mini-man's stature and drops some sick bars on him as he enters a drunken frenzy up the yard.
Flashlight. Use your flashlight.
5'2"?
Let's see this shit.
Yeah?
Yo, he 5'2".
Am I 5'2"?
Not today, Satan.
Woo! You fucking dork, dude.
Bitch, I bet you won't step out here.
I won't.
Give me a Christ is King.
You're right, you win the bet, Ralph.
Fucking fraud.
I'm filming you because you could hurt the mailbox or the yard. I'm making sure you don't mess up
but
stuff.
You hurt my fucking shit by leaving it out in the rain.
The gunt guard beside him accosts us for leaving her things in the yard in the rain, even though all of it was kindly placed into plastic tubs and even covered with a tarp by a nice neighbor. I remind you again that the police told us to do whatever we want and that the protocol is leave it in the yard, last October.
I mean, I'll do this when you come back, too.
Come on, your daddy's coming. Every single one of you motherfuckers.
Oh, you're scary.
When Riley gets a closer look at the diminutive streamer, he corrects his gauge of the man's height down an inch.
5'2", 5'1". You're 5'1".
Come on,
5'1".
5'1".
Sending him into a bloodlust frenzy.
I wish you would. Bitch, I bet you shut that door. Huh?
He begins marching up the yard, betting that Riley will close the door on him by the time he gets there.
Bitch, I bet you shut that fucking door.
Riley does not.
I bet you shut that fucking door. Do I look 5'1", bitch?
Finally, the punch-drunk planet plows through the door and shoves his fat rolls against Riley's. Technically, this is not a breaking and entering, but a forced entry, and it is swiftly followed with a forced exit.
You're in my house, bitch. You broke in.
Get out.
You broke into my home, you bitch.
Now technically, if Ralph had walked away here and pressed charges, Riley would be in a lot of trouble right now. Thankfully, the cops we showed this tape all agreed that Ralph threw away his case immediately by doing this. Guns galore flailing in the night breeze as the 35-year-old gray-haired alcoholic starts pulling out the 22-year-old home defender's hair like a little girl in a school fight. No longer content to watch her man get some gross idiot's belly sweat all over him, absolute unit Mint Salad jumps into the fray. Delirious from being mercilessly wailed on, Ralph summons all the COVID and AIDS in his liver-spotted body and spits a mist of blood into Mint's face.
You guys are fucking pathetic. Stop. Stop.
Let me make that clear. Ethan Ralph spat a mouthful of blood into a 20-year-old girl's face. Need to see it again? Let's watch it 16 more times. After that, his whore shouts a bunch of boring nonsense and the door is closed. But then the fat shorty realizes he's dropped his phone inside the house.
Where's his phone? Give it to him.
On the floor?
Find his phone.
Even though Riley has just been assaulted by this person and has every right to simply lock them out until the cops arrive, he genuinely wants them to have the phone back and begins looking for it. He hands over the phone and relaxes, expecting the dumbest man alive to retreat, but instead, Gunt does what Gunt do and sucker punches Riley with his guard down. This, of course, is immediately followed by an heroic beatdown from Bird, whose shirt Guntino grabs a hold of and rips apart. As Riley, fueled by the burning passion of camaraderie, gives an anime speech about friendship and family, I can be seen finally connecting to the police station to begin my report.
You know what friends are like?
Stop.
You don't!
No,
We're family!
stop.
We care for each other!
So
You're a
do we.
loser!
You have.
You have nothing!
No, we should
Me
have
and you
something.
get the fuck out! You ain't
Get the fuck
shit!
out. Nothing. Get the fuck out.
As the battered fat ass stumbles off into the night with his siren screeching behind, Riley reminds him once more just how short and stupid and terrible of a person he truly is.
You're 5 foot tall. You are 5 foot tall.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm fine.
He's 5 foot. No, that's insulting him. I don't know where his phone is. It's over there. There you go. Get your phone.
I can't get myself. I need your help.
Well, we're helping you. We're better than you. And we're not stumping to your level. We're better than you.
Better. I didn't do anything wrong. There's so much shit on the curb.
Lock it up.
Because I said I wanted.
Just lock it up.
In the wake of the storm, Riley had this to say on Snapchat.
Ethan Ralph is 4'9". I just want you guys to know. He's literally 4'9". Don't forget that. He's 4'9" max.
We will be selling handmade copies of this t-shirt on the Yig Studio store, linked in the description. Here is Riley to summarize his story once more.
Covered in blood spray from beating up Ethan Ralph.
Yeah.
Because he fucking threatened us earlier today, and then he showed up at our house and screamed at 2 in the morning in front of our neighbors until I opened the door to film him and stop him. Then he came up, pushed his way into the house, tried to fight me, of course sucker punching me. Just means that my girlfriend and Bird got involved and started hitting him too. You don't fuck with friends, Ethan, especially because you don't have any.
As the bozos bolted off into the moonlight and we filed our report with the police, the fat fuck posted his last comment on the situation to Twitter. A quote from Training Day. I think he forgot that this quote is from the part of the movie where the corrupt gang-leading cop is entrapped by his younger counterpart, confronted by every person he's ever encountered because he's such a massive piece of shit, and then gunned down in the streets. Never mind, that actually sounds about right.